last video, I explained these bad boys right here. I explained that we use Roman numerals to refer to scale degrees. If you don't know what a scale degree is, I have a video about it. If you didn't watch this video about me explaining the thing and then the thing, go watch it. Or don't, and maybe you'll gain some sort of knowledge here. Or maybe you'll know nothing what I'm talking about. It's your loss. But, so yeah, you got your Roman numerals. And you're probably asking, so why is this a capital letter as a major? And why is this minor? How come this? And there is a reason for it. And surprisingly, I know the reason for it. I had to be absolutely amazed by my genius. So, when we are playing chords inside a key, in this case, C major, we only use notes inside the key. If we use a note outside the key, that is called an accidental. Okay? But we're going to use the third and the fifth relative to the key that the key lends ourselves to. So, for this one, we've got our third, E, right? Which I'll hop over here, my beautiful semitone diagram over here, to help explain this. So we're starting on our C right here. In another video, I also explained, in my video explaining what the names are for certain notes, I can't remember what I exactly called it. I think it might have been the interval video, not sure. Yeah, I think it was the interval video. But I named how we have the minor second and the major second, minor third, major third, etc. So in terms of like stuff, these are both seconds and these are both thirds, right? I'm going to be referring a lot to these two thirds because the minor third and the major third are the deciders on whether a chord is minor or major. As you might know if you watched my major and minor video. Yeah. So, right, and we know the difference between a minor chord and a major chord. They both have the fifth. Both these chords have the fifth. Our minor chord will have the minor third in it. So 1, 2, 3 semitones away from our root note. Whereas our major chord will have the major third in it, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 semitones away from our root note. What decides whether the chords in the scale are going to be major or minor? It is decided by the notes in the scale, which probably a duh, but let me explain. So we're playing our C. And for our C, we need a third. We got our fifth. We're always going to have a fifth. And in this case, we've got a fifth in our scale, the G. Don't worry about the fact that this G is major. That's different. For our basic triad chords, we need a third. But we've got two thirds. We've got the minor third and the major third. How do we know which third we play? Well, that's based on what is in the scale. So in the scale, the only third we have available in reference to the root note of C, we only have the major third. We only have the E. We don't have the E flat within the C major scale. So over here, I know it looks like it's just two notes up, but if we go over here, you can remember that it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 notes up. So within the C major scale, naturally we're going to have a C major because that is the third that naturally occurs within the scale. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So if we move on to playing the D, now I'm going to be speaking in terms of intervals. D is our root note of the D chord, but we need to figure out whether we're playing a major or a minor. So we look at our scale. We've got our beautiful C major scale or white notes, but we need to figure out if it's going to be major or minor. So we need to look to our third. We've got our D, which is our yellow note. Our two options of thirds are going to be 1, 2, 3. So we've got the cyan or the light blue. Those are our two options. We got F or we got G flat. So if we go back to what our scale looks like, with the cyan, and that's the minor third. That's a minor third away from D. So within the scale, D chord that exists is the D minor. So we play a D minor chord. And if we were going to write that in terms of scale degrees, we write I. We move on to any other note in the scale. Let's go to our fifth for no apparent reason. Okay, that's a G. Right, okay, so we're going G. We need to figure out our fifth. So if we go back over here, Our third can either be a B flat or a B. Let's see which one exists naturally in our C major scale. It's a B. So a G and a B, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a major third apart. So we're going to be playing a major G, right? Now again, if we change the mode, so if we play D Dorian instead of C Ionian, which if you've got Ionian is another word for just a major scale. So if you ever heard someone say, oh, C Ionian, it just means they're playing C major. But Ionian is a technical term. So if we're playing D Dorian, which is the second mode, we're going to pop our C over here, which is, it is now technically our seventh, but I'm not bothered to change it. This D, despite being the first note, because we are just playing the C major chord in a different order, we're just starting on the D instead of starting on the C. Same distance between notes, just starting on a different note. The minor and majorness of the chords are going to be the same. So the D, even though we're starting on the D now, even though it's the first, it's still a minor chord. This is still a minor chord, the E. This is still a major, this is still a major. The now fifth, it's a sixth here. This is the fifth in relation to the new root, D. The fifth is now minor, the sixth is still minor, and the seventh is now major. Gosh, I'm tired again, wow. That's it, and again, if we were going to go to our... Which one is this? No, Lydian. So if we're going to go to our Lydian, which is, in this case, starting on the F, of the F, the first is going to be major, second will be major, third will be minor, fourth minor, fifth major, so on. You know, the tonality, the major and minorness of the chords stay the same. You might hear people say, D Dorian, so the Dorian mode is a minor mode. It is, because it starts on a minor chord. You might hear people say, the Mixolydian, which is lining up on the fifth of a major scale, that's a major mode. That is because it starts on a major chord. Same as if you were going to say, the Aeolian, which is also known as the minor chord. Evidently, it's a minor mode. It's the Aeolian. Yeah? That's just extra information. I was going to say something. I forgot. Well, that's great, isn't it? Give me a sec. Hold up. It could have been something really, really valuable. I guess we'll never know. Thank you for watching. I hope you got something out of the video, and if you did, good for you. If you didn't, sod's law, I guess. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you understand a little bit more about Roman numerals. I certainly do, actually. Thank me, I guess. See you later. Sleep well. Good night. Whatever.